Yay, day one. I'm so freaking excited. As you know, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to see who pops on. Super excited to talk to you guys today. It's basically the foundational piece of how you can become a content machine. So we're going to talk about how to map out your content, which is something that I do every single month, and I'm excited to share how to do that with all of you and give you a free resource and tool as well. So while I'm waiting for people to get the notification that I'm live and to hop on the live stream, I'm going to check sound and do all of those fun things I always do just to make sure we're good to go. Okay, cool. So I'm just waiting for everyone to hop on. If you're here, say hi, please. I love to know who is on, and sometimes it doesn't tell me, which is kind of poopy. But let's do quick introductions, cool? Because you might be new here, which I'm hoping there are a lot of really new faces catching me live today, new to the group. I know I've been adding you guys a lot over the past couple days, so hi, Tanny. Awesome. Yay. Okay, cool. So, Tanny, you know who I am, obviously, but for anyone else who is going to be hopping on and catching the replay, I'm Michelle Knight, and I am the creator of this group, Authentic Brand Builders. And I'm a branding and business coach, and I work with female entrepreneurs who are tired of just surviving in their current jobs, whether that be a 9-to-5 or a part-time job. And together we create a standout brand for their business so that they can leave their job, right? Create their desired income and free up time in their schedule to spend it on what matters most. And that's a really, really important part of being a content machine and creating really, really great content is, sure, you can spend hours and hours and hours creating great content, but then you probably often find yourself neglecting those courses you want to create or going live or hosting a challenge because you're like, oh, I have to email my list and I have to come up with a new freebie and, I have to have a tripwire, all of those different things. And so the reason I'm hosting this 5 days of video type of thing is because I want to give you the resources so that you can create great content and still have time to do all those other awesome things for your business and for yourself. I'm a really big believer in balancing and being as efficient as possible with your business so that you aren't just like consumed with it all of the time. So always let me know as I'm going if you're like, hell yeah, that's me, or I totally agree. Give me a thumbs up or a heart or whatever you want. If you're just joining, let me know in the comments because I can't see your names and I want to know who's here. So say hey. I would love to say hey back at you. Okay, so couple little logistics for you. If you ever want, oh yay, Stacy. Awesome, I love it. If you ever want to watch any of the videos throughout, hi Darren, tell me if I'm saying that right as well. I don't know how you would tell me via this, but try. And if you want to catch up on any of the videos throughout the 5 days, I always like to use a little hashtag, and I'm pretty proud of this hashtag. But it's hashtag content machine. And if anyone is able to like type that in here, that would be really, really helpful. Okay, yeah, I got the name. It'd be great to just have this. So it's hashtag content machine. So if you're in the group at any time, you just go to the little search bar, type that in, and all of the videos will show up for you. Plus any maybe bonus things that I talk about. Who knows? I like to give away bonus stuff all the time. So awesome, Stacy. Thanks. So, and Tanny, on top of it. I love it. Okay, cool. So that's just one of the logistical things. The other thing is you don't have to do anything for this, right? Yeah, you have to be part of this group, okay? So congratulations on that. But we have a lot of fun here. And just show up, right? Be live on these live streams. Ask all your questions. I try to get to as many questions as I can with the replay, but you always get, obviously, the most from me on a live stream because all of my clients can tell you that I talk a lot more than I actually type. So, cool. Let's dive into today. Really stoked. Okay, so I mentioned this. In order to have really great content and have time to focus on stuff that really matters to you and be able to grow your business, right? Create those courses, create those passive income, work on your website and sales page, you have to plan out your shit. You have to. There's you can't fly by the seat of your pants, or you're going to be spending hours and hours and you're just going to get overwhelmed with the whole process. And so I have developed a couple things that I started using when I was first starting my business. So a little backstory on me, I actually started my business while working 9 to 5, and I had a brand new baby, like 3 months old, brand new baby. And I was always trying to come up with brand new ideas and like just trying to keep up with what everyone was telling me about emailing my list, even though it was like 10 people, but just starting to really build those relationships, posting in my community as much as possible before I embraced automation. And it was really overwhelming. And I kept searching and searching and searching for a method. And I couldn't find anything that really worked for my brain or the type of content that I wanted to deliver. So I created my own, which I'm going to be sharing with you in a little bit. And if you have been part of this group, you might have already had access to this, but I'm going to be going into a little bit more detail and actually let you see my April schedule, a little behind the scenes, and how I kind of came up with it. And I did it all yesterday. So that's number one. You have to plan your stuff out. You have to. Number two, and what makes step one even easier, is theme. Create a theme for your week. I was just working with one of my awesome one-on-one clients today, and we're coming up with a launch schedule for her, and every week there's a theme. And there's so many reasons that this is effective. One, it helps you with your time and your schedule. So if you have a theme, it's much easier to come up with content that falls under that than having to like have your brain stretch all these different avenues that you know, right? In 1 week, I could maybe talk about my ideal client and messaging and sales funnels and all that, but then I'm having to like switch my brain over and over again. If I say this week's about messaging, I can just do a whole week about messaging. So that's what's really cool. It saves you a lot of time when you theme out your weeks. Number two is you are driving it home on all of your platforms. So you'll see with the sample that I have here, we have email marketing, right? Your email list that you're emailing regularly. And if you're not, you should be. And if you don't have an email list, message me and we'll figure that out. Two, like your private community if you have one, your Facebook page, your Instagram, Twitter if you go that route, you could do Pinterest, your private Facebook groups. But what's really cool about this is you have it all in one area, and it makes your life so much easier. And I really like this planning method because you see it all, right? You're going to see this, right? You see it all in one area, and you can be like, oh, I can move that here and I can do that here. Or, you know, I'll email, post on my Facebook group, post on my Facebook page and Instagram, right? All on the exact same day, because you never ever know who's seeing what, right? The same people could be on all platforms, but they might not have read your email or they might not have seen your Facebook. And I'm going to go into even more about repurposing on our very last day, day 5. And so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that right now, but I'm just trying to show you why planning is so, so important. And honestly, I have people come to me and they're like, I'm overwhelmed with coming up with content. And I'm like, have you mapped it out yet? Have you taken a little bit of time, because it does take a little bit of time, and actually created your schedule? And they're like, well, not yet, I'm working on it. And I was like, do that and then come back to me, because it makes the world of a difference. Yesterday, while my son was napping, I sat down with this cool template. He heard son. With this cool template I'm going to show you, and I had the whole month mapped out in 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes me 30 minutes, sometimes it takes me an hour, but to get it done in as little 30 minutes is pretty impressive. And then it's just a matter of putting the content out there and, you know, scheduling your stuff, which we'll be going into this week. Have no fear. Tina's laughing because my son, yeah, totally. Stacy says planning it out helps so much. It is the difference between losing your mind trying to create great content and not losing your mind and creating great content. Love that, Stacy. Darren says, I have a planner specifically for my business. Awesome. And Stacy, we're going to kind of go into this type of planner is actually content specific. I don't put anything else on there, which is kind of cool. Okay. And so we talked about this, right? We have this content planner. We're planning it out. Number one, we're sticking to themes for the week so that you're really driving your message home. It makes it easier on you to come up with ideas about one general topic, right? I look at my notes, by the way, guys. That's why I'm looking over here in case this is your first live stream. Number 3 is batch scheduling. Oh my gosh, do yourself a huge favor right now and pick a day of the week that you can sit down for 2 to 3 hours and do your content. Just like think it in your head right now. For me, it's Monday. On Mondays, my mother-in-law watches my son, sometimes my mom, and on that day, and I just go somewhere for 3 hours. My plan is already mapped out, right? I've already done that. And I look, what am I doing this week? What emails do I need to write? Do I need to do a blog post? And I actually schedule all of my stuff during that time as well, and I don't have to look at it ever again. So I really, really recommend batch scheduling. And you'll start to get better. You'll learn, what can I fit in during this time frame? Do I have to extend it a little bit more? Can I shorten it as you kind of experiment? I would give yourself a solid month of doing this, like once a week, to see if you need to tack on a little bit more time. Maybe you don't send as many emails. Maybe you embrace automation a little more. But picking a day to batch schedule really helps you get in that mindset. Because if I sit down during my son's nap, I can maybe get a blog post done, maybe. But if I'm sitting down and I know this is content time right now, I can knock out, I usually email my list 3 times a week. So 3 emails, a blog post, which I write just from scratch on my blog, all of my Authentic Brand Builders posts created and scheduled through Buffer, all my Facebook page posts created and scheduled through Buffer. I don't pre-schedule my Instagram, but you could using the Later app, one of my faves. And then what I do that I absolutely love for my Facebook groups is I create a document and I call it my weekly post. So in this weekly post, I actually write all the copy for those posts. And you can't schedule for other people's groups, but all I have to do on that day is copy and paste it into that group. I pick, oh, Stacy, I love the hearts. You should come to all of my live streams all the time. And so you're saving yourself so much time during the week. You're just putting it all in that document that you have and then copying and pasting it, which takes, 15 minutes every single day. You're showing up in all of your groups. You're getting super visible online. You're driving your message home. And it's so simple. All right, look at comments really quick. Stacy says, I have my content separate as well. Do yourself an even bigger favor and hire a VA to load all content you already created. Oh, yeah. So I actually... Stacy, I love it. Yeah, so VA, if you're not really a content person, if you don't really enjoy that portion, you can totally do that. I actually, Stacy, I have a VA, but she doesn't do my content because of this method I have. So it doesn't take me any extra time to schedule it. So if you're not in a place to hire a VA for content, maybe you have one for bookkeeping or something else, you can implement these tools to save you time in the long run as well. So I don't know if I'll ever give up my content because it's like my baby, okay? So awesome, great, I love that. Okay, so we talked about, right, I'm gonna show you guys the schedule. I know you're really excited. Theming out your post, scheduling it all in advance. And here's the thing too, you need to set aside a little bit of time. I said, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I do it at the end of the month, so I just did it yesterday for all of April. And so give yourself a little bit of time, schedule that time to actually schedule out the content, and then that makes everything else go so smoothly. Tina says, what is a VA? A VA is a virtual assistant. So a lot of times you can hire someone full-time to work with you. You can pay someone for small projects. You can pay someone for 5 hours a week. And they basically, you don't ever meet them face-to-face. Sometimes you do, I guess, but you send them stuff and they complete it for you and send it back. So it's really, really, really helpful. Okay, you guys are answering them before I even get to them, which I love. Stacy says, I found it so helpful to write my weekly blog post first, then pull my weekly post from there. Yeah, I love it. What if you aren't writing a blog? Yeah, so Stacy, let me know in the comment kind of what type of stuff you're doing, and I'd love to touch on that. Tanny is the virtual assistant, beating me to the punch. I love it. Oh, cool. Okay, Stacy. If you aren't writing a blog, use time from your emails or videos for your post. Yeah, so I'm gonna go into repurposing on Friday, so I don't want to talk too much about like using your blog to, you know, create posts in groups or sending to your email list. We're going to dive into that on Friday. Right now, we're just talking about those foundational pieces of really scheduling your content and making it super easy on you. Stacy says, I'm an event planner. Okay, love that. Stacy, I'm going to digress right now because you guys, I'm so ADD. Stacy is an event planner. Okay, do you have a list, Stacy? Are you currently emailing people on a regular basis? Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have an Instagram? Are you showing it up in other people's groups to maybe get them to hire you? Would love to know a little bit more. Are you on Pinterest? Because those are all avenues that you can explore. So content to me is your emails, all your social media, your blog if you have one. I have a web series, so that's my content as well, right? Any Facebook groups that I'm in. So it's really just that whole creative, you know, visibility aspect where you're having to like physically write or record something. Stacy says, I'm just starting out. Ooh, I like that. You need to get on the phone with me, ladies, so we can talk. I have an Instagram and Facebook. I'm just starting an email list. Okay, so this is the very beginning stages for you. So if you only have 2 things that you're really working on right now, schedule that out. Schedule your Instagram, schedule out your Facebook post, and I'm going to give you guys a little glimpse. But Stacy, a really cool tool for Instagram that's free is Later.com, and Facebook, I use Buffer, which is, they have a free version of that as well. So that would be a really great place to get you started, and then you'll have this really cool content calendar, and we'll get you moving and shaking. And then once you start getting that email list and are emailing them regularly, it's going to be so freaking easy for you. Stacy, we all start somewhere, and you are in the right place. Michelle will help you out. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Yeah, I got your back, girl. Okay. Awesome. This is fun, you guys. I should probably hold comments till the end, but we're just gonna run with it. Okay, so we talked about bulking your time, right? And you guys have that in your mind. Like, I would love to know in the comments right now what day of the week works for you to set aside for content creation. If you already do it, put that in the comments. I want to know. And then while I am doing that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and show you guys how this whole thing works. Because I think that that's more helpful, right, than me just kind of talking to you. So you'll have to forgive me while we get this all situated. I'm still holding my I have a little guy, and I'm hoping you guys can see this. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna try something. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna hold it here, and I'm gonna zoom in, and we're just gonna make this work. Cool. Okay, so this is the content calendar. And it is accessible for all of you. If you go to the file section in Authentic, let me turn this because this is what I do. I start talking. If you go to the file section in Authentic Brand Builders, you can access this. So all you have to do, I'm going to show you right now, is pull it up and go to File. And mine's going to look different because I'm the owner. And you're going to just download as. Cool? And you can download it as a spreadsheet, and then you can play with it and do everything that you want to do with it. So I have it all set up for you guys, but you'll see at the bottom, right? We have the month overview, and then we have the weeks where I plug in the days here. And I'm actually going to take this out. Hold on one second. It's so much easier than holding my stand. Cool. So this is my content calendar for April. No stealing. But you'll see every single week I have a theme. So for instance, week 1 is messaging. Week 2 is all about Facebook Live. It's actually supposed to be Facebook ads. Week 3 is sales funnel, and week 4 is about filling your cup. So this is the very first step. Pick your theme and make your life so freaking easy. I'm liking all of your guys' stuff. Awesome. And then you move on down to your weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and show you week 1. It's the same for all of my weeks, and you'll customize this to meet your needs. So I go ahead. There's a spot right here at the top. Put your topic in there. A constant reminder to you what you are doing every single day of the week. And then you have your email marketing, which is your list, private Facebook group if you have one. For me, that's Authentic Brand Builders. A Facebook page, a business Facebook page. If you use a private Facebook, you could even add that here too. I keep my business kind of separate, so I don't do that. And then I have here a group and then 3 groups that I'm super active in. So you'll see, okay, so there's 3 emails going out, in the first week of April, and they're all about messaging, right? And then I add my vlog, or I call it a web series because vlog just sounds so silly. And I have that right here. So I know what the title is. I know that it's coming out on Friday. And this is what you guys can see. It's a little sneak peek. Guess where I'm posting it? You're getting an email. You're seeing it in Authentic Brand Builders. You're seeing it on my Facebook page. And I'm posting it in groups. I even go as far as putting in when I'm doing engagement on certain days, because I really just believe you can't plan enough. And then it's like that for all of them. So then I just carry that theme over again. I don't know why it says Facebook Live, you guys. And I've already created all of that. So, okay. So is that helpful? Let me know in the comments if that you're like, yes, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Look, here's the thing. I made it for myself, right? So selfish of me. But it really transformed the way that I was able to create awesome content and get it out there quickly. And here's the reason you do it. Visibility. And especially if you're just starting out, and even if you're just looking to start bringing in more clients, high level clients especially, you've got to be visible. You've got to be out there. I think we can all agree that Tina says, damn, I don't do enough. Oh, you do plenty, lady. That's been a year kind of under my belt. But, I'm really glad you said that, because when I went into this business, I was like, look, I want to make X number of dollars. I want to be able to sell a package for this much. And so I better have my butt showing up everywhere. And so if you want to show up everywhere and you want to make sure that it's good stuff, right? I think that posting a quote every once in a while is fantastic in a group. But let's all be honest, this isn't Pinterest, okay? So you want to be giving good freaking value. Like, every post that you make should have some sort of takeaway for your audience. And I mentioned this a lot. This is a Gary V thing, but it's called Jab, Jab, Right Hook, and it's value, and then pitch. So don't think that you can just post a quote and then a day later say, hey, I'm selling this course, and people are going to be interested. No, they want to know that you know what you're talking about, and you need to show them with your content. So that was a little soapbox for me, but important to know. And Stacy obviously agrees. I love it. Okay. All right. Other Stacy. This is fun. I got two Stacys. Yeah, this seems a bit overwhelming. Okay. So Stacy D, that's what I'm going to say. I've been doing this a year now. Okay. When I started, it didn't look like this, right? I was emailing my list maybe once a week. I did not have a blog that was regular. I didn't have a web series. I was only posting on my Facebook group every once in a while, and all I was doing in this group was like daily prompts. So I hope that helps a little bit in understanding that this is a progression. But if you start now, this is so good for you. If you start right now, as you start adding all those other elements on and showing up on different platforms, it's going to be a breeze. Like, you're just already going to have this system in place, because at the end of the month, hey, I'm going to map out my content. And then, like, for me on Mondays, all right, I'm going to get it all done. And it gets easier and easier every single time, right? So I hope that was helpful. Let me know. Other Stacy, I agree. When I first started, it was overwhelming, but you find that works for you, and a little at a time. Yes, do not start a blog and Instagram and Twitter and a Facebook and a web series and email your list 3 times a week in the beginning. It's a gradual process. And so, Stacy, you might be like, okay, so where do I start? So if you're building your list, that's so fantastic. I want you to start there. That's great. And as you're building them, just reach out to them once a week, right? Just keep that conversation going. If you have a Facebook page, start there. Those are really great places to start. Then once you start getting in a groove thing, add on Instagram, right? I didn't really add on Instagram until about 5 months into my business. I didn't start doing a regular blog or web series until January of this year. So again, baby steps, lay this really strong foundation of taking the time to map out your content for the beginning of the month, use the system that I'm giving you guys for free, and I'm going to be giving you the tips and tools for the rest of the week as well. We're going to be talking about repurposing. We're going to be talking about how to actually structure your emails and your content. We're going to be talking about coming up with really great titles. We're going to be talking about coming up with ideas. We're going to be talking about all of that. This is just the foundational piece. In order to have really awesome content, you have to plan it out. You just have to, okay? Cool. That makes sense. Stacy, I love Instagram. Me too. It took me a while, but I found my groove thing on Instagram. So if you want to follow me, it's at Brand Mary Coaching. Check me out. Stacy, yay! Okay, good. I'm so glad this is helpful. Who has questions? Does anyone have any specific questions about today? Or I might answer advanced questions. Go ahead. Let me have them. Anything that maybe pertains to your business specifically. I know we've kind of been talking about Stacy a little bit, right? You're just starting your business, which I absolutely love. I love the news. I was a newbie not that long ago. Okay, cool. Keep asking questions, please. Post your questions if you have anything, any comments. I would absolutely love to answer them right now. While I'm waiting for those to roll in, I have a couple things to tell you. One, what was I saying? Tomorrow, I'm going to try a new live streaming thing that's cool, so make sure you're here. I hope I don't mess it up, okay? Number two, if you're on my email list, there's a really cool thing happening tomorrow that I'm really excited to share with you. And that's what I'm going to say, but check your email tomorrow and check this group. It does not pertain to the content creation, but I'm really excited to share it with all of you. And that was just kind of like a teaser. You just have to. I'm really proud of it. Okay, cool. And it's accessible for everyone. That's something I wanted to mention. Okay, Stacey says, why Buffer versus another app? Okay, so there's so many apps out there. For me, the reason I fell in love with Buffer when I was starting out is because I didn't want to pay for anything I didn't have to pay for. Being a mama and starting my own business, I didn't want to have all these like monthly payments I had to keep up with. And so I found Buffer to be the most friendly for me in that aspect because I could post to my private Facebook group, which was really important to me, and still post on like my Facebook page. And it's also very simple, which I enjoy. And I think you get the most value for your money, $10 a month if you upgrade, which is like nothing. And now I can post to multiple groups that I am a creator of, my Facebook page, my Instagram. I'm getting into more Pinterest now, right? Baby steps. And so I can actually post my Pinterest through there. And so another one that I really am probably going to go towards about halfway through this year is Meet Edgar, which I've heard amazing things about, which is more expensive every single month, and but it allows you, it like repurposes and your content for you. And so as I'm adding new things, like adding Pinterest and amping up my web series and stuff, I'll probably get more into that. But I have just found Buffer to be my absolute favorite. I've used Hootsuite in the past with my corporate job, also a great option. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that I've used. I mean, you can even just schedule with your Facebook page, but having the group and building that community was really important to me. So that's my Buffer. I hope that answered your question. Can you do this with an MLM? Tina, heck yes you can. Okay, Tina, I just talked to you the other day, so I absolutely love this. Tina had a little chat with me on the phone. We had a little coaching session. I love it. So with MLMs, right, it would be your personal page, and you should always have a business page. We talked about this, right? It just gives you credibility. It gives people a place to go if they don't have a direct website. So you could do your business Facebook page. You could get into exploring Instagram with an MLM, which is super, super effective. You should also be kind of building that list, that community, and maybe it's for you, like you email your clients, like your current clients, like a reminder email, like once a week. Hey, your product is gonna ship this week, or we have this really cool new product. So it might not be as regular with email marketing at this stage in your MLM, but definitely for social media. Oh my gosh, use it. Cool. Okay, I'm starting out. This is awesome. Yes, I loved it. Got interrupted by a phone call. Sasha. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. Awesome. It's okay. There'll be a replay. You guys can watch it if we missed anything. Janine says, good idea. I love it. Yeah, so this is for anything, right? And you could have one column right now and that's totally fine, but just get into the habit, right? It's all about creating these routines and these type of systems. It just makes your life easier as you add on, right? Now in my business, I'm, creating courses, hint, hint, bigger courses. I have my one-on-one coaching. I'm doing trainings. I'm doing all of these things, and it's not added stress because this system is so structured and organized, and it allows me to just bust out content all the time. I actually had a client, I don't know if she's still on, asked me the other day if my husband helped a lot with my business, and I was like, no, maybe sometimes, but not really. Like, I don't have a team behind me, and I really think that that's because of these systems in place. So do yourself a huge favor, especially if you're starting out, and start doing this right away. Cool. Tina says, okay, thanks. Yes, this was so great. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. So reminder, your calendar is in the file section of Authentic Brand Builder. So as soon as we're done here, just click that file option. If you're on your mobile device, I think it's like a ... or like an info, and then you can download it. My nose is itching, sorry. It'll open in Google Drive. All you have to do is hit file and then download as an Excel spreadsheet, and you'll have it, and you can customize it and do whatever you want to it. It's yours. And, start now. Think of your weekly themes. Take time to map it out. Pick a day to batch create your content. Let me know, again, if you haven't already, let me know in the comments right now what day that is for you. Like, hold yourself accountable and do it. And then, I walked you through the, step by step. Stacey says, this was so great and you are so authentic. Oh, thanks. I'm glad the name of the group holds true. Yeah, I want you guys to know exactly who I am, right? Tanny, you make it sound so easy. It is easy. It gets easier, right? I know, and give me that wink face. It gets easier. It might not feel easy in the beginning, and like I said, you might not be able to do it in 30 minutes the first time you do it. Maybe it takes you an hour, but every single time it's going to get easier and easier and easier. Okay? Cool. Oh, now people are hopping on. I love it. Allison. Oh my gosh. Just ignore what happened just then. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm actually wrapping up, so be sure to watch the replay because it was really, really good stuff. Grab, not to toot my own horn, grab your free calendar in the file section. And one last thing I want to share with you guys, besides check your email tomorrow, is that you guys might have seen, but I only have one spot available for my one-on-one coaching before my prices rise on Saturday. I had two, and like literally within 12 hours, I got another client, which is amazing. So only one spot left at my current price. If you're interested, I will throw the link in here unless someone wants to do it for me. It's brandmary.com/passport-to-freedom. And go to that sales page, right? It is a sales page because I have to make money too. Yeah, I love you guys. I love giving free stuff, but I have to make money. So you go there and read about it, see if you'd be a great fit, and then you hop on the phone with me and we have a chit chat. Because here's the thing, you guys, my clients are awesome. I work with the most amazing women every single week. I'm like, holy crap. And it's because I do an application process, but we're going to be together for 6 months, so we better like each other. Okay, cool. So do that if you're looking for that support, that accountability, learning how to create awesome content, messaging, ideal client. It's all encompassing, completely customized to you, but everything you need is on that webpage. Sasha says, I guess it's Sunday, right? We talk about content. I'm trying to tweak what I'm doing so my week is planned for now. Okay, awesome. Yeah. And are you working a 9 to 5, Sasha? I would absolutely love to know, because when I was starting out, I was doing content creation on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Because I can't really do it at work, and I was really tired when I got home. So I'd love to know that as well. I always recommend, as you guys get going, to really give yourself the weekend to play and have fun, if possible. It's nice to just have that flexibility. Allison, are you laughing at me? Okay, good. And Stacy, I'd love to schedule a call. Yes, I would love to talk to you. Go to that link, lady. Got one spot left. I have a call tonight, so you might want to schedule it soon. Okay, Sasha says no. Okay. Okay, sorry. Don't work on Sunday then. I mean, if Sunday is the day that works for you, absolutely, right? Do what works best for your schedule. But, you know, I just love to see people, you know, have time to fill their cup back up. But, awesome. I work 9 to 5, so I'm all about that weekend life. Yeah, me too. I was for the first 9 months of my business. Okay, so I totally understand what it's like to have to juggle and multitask and still get your business up and running. Tina says, do it, she's the best. Oh, thanks, lady. I like that shout out. Awesome. Any more questions? Last chance. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. This will probably be around the same time tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. And then we'll just take it from there. And again, I'm going to post that link for you. I'm so slow on my phone. Let's see if I can do it right here. So that way you guys... Okay, Stacy, link again. I'm just going to post it on my laptop because I can't... I have really big fingers. It's just weird. I'm sure you guys all wanted to know that. Okay, link is up. There, you just click directly there, it'll take you to the page, and then there's a bunch of buttons on there where you would go to do a call. Amazing. I'm so looking forward to talking to you, Stacy. I'm super stoked. There's this late nights and weekends in front of the computer. Yes, but it's just like content creation, okay? It gets easier and less time consuming late nights as you go, but in the beginning, yeah, you just gotta hustle. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna peace out. Love chatting with you guys. This was amazing. And oh, before I go, if you have anyone that you think would absolutely love this information, bloggers, social media, posting, trying to build their brand, trying to launch their brand, trying to get into building their list and email marketing, please invite them to the group. Don't just add them because that's not cool, but send them a nice little message. There's actually an option where you can invite your friends because I'd love to have as many amazing people as possible involved in this 5 days of content. Okay, cool. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye.